Hello everyone, Rontro here, aka Rohan Solo, your favorite video game bounty hunter. And as you may have noticed, I've begun a whole new series of Let's Plays actually, and they're all going to revolve around WiiWare games. Don't worry, I will still be doing Shovel Knight, but I'm taking a break from it just for a short time. We all know that it is the Halloween season, and I thought what better way to kick it off than with a Castlevania game, and also start my whole new series of WiiWare Let's Plays. I was really big into the WiiWare games back when the Wii was relevant. I played a good amount of them. Some were good, some were not so good. This one here I somehow missed. I don't know how. I didn't even know this existed until this past week. I was actually sick all last week, so I did a lot of watching YouTube videos, video game capture for future reviews, research for the upcoming review for October, and I was watching some Cinemassacre stuff. Mike Matty, I believe I am saying his name right, and a friend of his, I can't recall his name, were playing Castlevania the Adventure Rebirth. And I thought, wow, this game looks cool, so I'm going to have to check it out. So I did play the whole way through this, so I know what's about to, come about. I've played from beginning to end, so, let's get into this. If you want to go ahead and read this, I'm not going to read it because it scrolls too fast. I can read it, in my head fast enough, but I cannot read it out loud fast enough, so feel free to check out the backstory. But honestly, it's always the same thing. A Belmont has to kill Dracula, and this one is Christopher. So we're going to take control of Christopher here. I don't know where he's at in the line of the Belmonts. But yeah. So this game is actually a remake of a Game Boy game called Castlevania the Adventure. Very difficult on the Game Boy. It really was. I never owned a Castlevania for the Game Boy, but I do have fond memories of the Game Boy version because I did not know about that money bag up there. That's new to me. But I knew that my dad was going to be, my dad knew that he was going to be going to Pittsburgh, and obviously he'd have to take me with him. And he knew that we were going to be there for quite some time. So, he allowed me to rent a couple games. Crap. I really want to know what's up there. I have not gotten that yet. And I'm bound to determine. I'm going to give it one more shot. But, he took me, before we went to Pittsburgh, to the rental place, Frank's Video. See, I cannot get that. Near where I lived. And he said, since we're going to be gone for a while, I'm going to allow you to rent a couple games. I rented 2 Castlevania games for the Game Boy. I think one was called Belmont's Revenge, I believe is the name of, I believe it was the first Game Boy Castlevania, actually. And then there was Castlevania the Adventure. So, I do have a little bit of a history with the Game Boy Castlevanias. Unfortunately, never owned them. But I'll tell you what, I think this is a fairly good remake. I mean, it has its flaws, granted. But all in all, it is a pretty decent game. It's a great remake. It's obviously much better than the original. One of my complaints with this game is I do not care for some of the sprites. They did a terrible job on some of these sprites. I'm not fond of that bird there, for instance. Just not fond of its... I mean, I'm not fond of the birds to begin with. Never was, you know, in any Castlevania. But, you know, they look terrible. Oh no, I don't want that axe. I want to keep this key. There are multiple pathways in this game, which I find absolutely awesome. And the only way to access these other directions, these other paths, is to have one of these keys open up one of these doors. Now, I just skipped a good part of the stage. Now, I'm in a section that I normally would not go through if I had not grabbed the key. I just feel this direction is easier. Which, you know, alternate pathways, that's how, you know, honestly, it should be. If you can manage to find your way into a alternate pathway or something, I feel it should be easier. I believe we would have came out up there, if I remember correctly. Because right here is the boss room. This boss is super easy. Okay, you don't want to cooperate, apparently. Normally I stand on one of the upper platforms and just continuously hit them. Normally this platform right here, actually. I think that's the most difficult time I've ever had with him. Not that it matters, I'll have all my hearts taken from me. So that was stage 1 of Castlevania the Adventure. I think I'm only going to do one stage per Let's Play. So, I guess this is it for this episode. We will start on stage 2 in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. Check out all the links in the description below. Both my Facebook and my Twitter are there. The link to my partner, Retromageddon's channel. Check his channel out. Also, Arcabine channel, R&R Gaming. Make sure you check that out as well. And until next time, my friends, game on.